collections that we are doing. जैसे ये था, ये मेरा sunshine yellow collection था. This is part of my holiday collection. Holiday में if you're traveling abroad, all you need to do is carry a a shirt like this with a colorful scarf and a trouser pant,
which is excellent for traveling. You can be
you
very
can lounge
comfortable
in it. 16 घंटे की flight है, 8 घंटे की flight है, just completely. And when you get into an international airport, you're not feeling missed out कि oh shit यार मैं तो बहुत ही पाकिस्तानी लग रही हूँ. Neither will you feel कि oh shit यार I'm totally out of, I'm out of.
बड़े-बड़े glasses लगा के enter हो जाए तो लोग समझेंगे कोई star आ गया.
And you are completely cosmopolitan in this kind of a look. So
and I like the fact that there are a lot of corals over here, which is absolutely
that's
on
the color of the season. Coral, citrus, these are all the colors of the season. So I pick out on those colors. I look at international cuts very, very closely. A lot of patchwork is in style. So I get my inspiration. Now my version of a patchwork is something like this, with my kind of embroidery. I have patched it up with chiffons, with laces, with different things. So this is my inspiration.
So there's a very strong element of Pakistani in this. यानी अगर आप देखें कि यहाँ इसको देख के कहीं से भी आपको ये नहीं लगेगा कि ये पाकिस्तानी कपड़े नहीं हैं. But at the same time they have a very contemporary, very uber feel to it.
Exactly. And if you're in Paris or you're in Manhattan, if you're in Soho or even Tribeca, you don't feel out of place. Ke shoots, what am I wearing? You won't believe when I'm traveling to Paris or wherever, I just pick up my shalwars and I wear them with a tank top. And tank top bhi mera apna bana hua with a block print here and there. So I do things like that and people do stop and they ask, where is this from? And then I tell them, this is from my country.
और ये बताएं कि एक एज तक हम हमेशा कहते हैं कि जो लड़कियां होती हैं वो फॉलो करती हैं कि अम्मी बताएंगी कि स्टाइलिंग कैसी होनी चाहिए. My mother will guide me.
They look up to their moms.
कपड़े कैसे पहने, क्या बालों के साथ करें. But then comes the very rowdy teen
complete
years,
rebellion.
जिसमें आप कहते हैं नहीं जी अम्मी को नहीं पता, मुझे ज़्यादा पता है. What was the scenario with your daughter? यानी you were dressing up the girls all over.
I know. That's a very good question you've asked. And I feel now my daughter is now in her teenage. And she's in that rebellious age where mom is the worst person. Mom is always wrong. Until they are 13, 12, they look into you and they want to know what they should be wearing. In fact, my son is of an age at the moment कि मैं बेचारे को कुछ भी निकाल के दे दूँ, he'll wear that. But my daughter is now completely different because she wants to explore the world with her own expertise, her own self, her own life. She doesn't want me to exactly. उसका वो discovery का age है and I am letting it be and I've told her whatever you like, just do whatever. तो वो कर रही है. She is sort of getting into clothing at the moment. अभी summer vacations हैं. She's just giving her last paper and she will be interning with us for an NGO in Dubai and she is making a small little collection for that NGO in Dubai. They will be marketing that to raise funds for Uganda and other Muslim states in Africa for the children.
I think that's commendable. लेकिन मुझे ये बताएं कि जो भी बच्चे एक ऐसे हाउस होल्ड से बिलोंग करते हैं where the parents have worked very hard और उन्होंने एक अपनी एम्पायर या अपना एक हाउस ऑफ वर्क क्रिएट किया हुआ होता है, उन पे एक एडिड प्रेशर होता है कि कहीं ना कहीं उनको लगता है कि हमें शायद इसी फैमिली बिजनेस को ज्वाइन करना पड़ेगा.
जैसे एक एक्टर का बेटा जो है वो एक्टर ही बनना चाहता है ना, एक एंकर का बेटा एंकर ही. You see, that is very much that's like part of growing up. So I would love to try that on. रोहेल का बेटा wants to be a singer. किसी भी प्रोफेशन को ले लो, एक मौलवी का बेटा wants to be a मौलवी. I mean, I'm just saying it.
Exactly.
But yes, with me, my daughter does have a lot of say. She has a completely different style sense and we don't want to stop her at that. We want her to explore.
But she does want to get into the clothes business.
At the moment, yes. Although her inclination is towards production, she's more wants to be behind the camera. She's more into media and she wants to make her own movie. She edits really well. Yeah, she has that creative sense of editing well.
So ये देख लें आपके जब creative parents होते हैं तो किस avenue से आपकी creativity बाहर आ रही होती है.
It oozes out from all different sides.
Absolutely.
And she does want to get into these kind of things eventually. But abhi to ye she's concentrating on her studies. We've told her that she needs to get a degree in business before she starts any business, be it production house, be it a media house, be it a fashion house.
Mama, when did you know? आपने कब ये फैसला किया था कि जी आपने एक डिज़ाइनर बनना है?
This actually came along just like that. It was never a 5-year or a 2-year or a 10-year plan. Before I got married to Adnan, I was doing my own little designing, had my own little name, and I used to do small exhibitions abroad. But of course, when I married Adnan, and I you know 9 to 5 आप एक designer, it was literally he nurtured my brand. He nurtured me as an individual, and today what I am, I completely owe it to the house of Amir Adnan.
And it was a love marriage, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it was a love marriage.
How did the two of you meet? आपकी मुलाकात कैसे
I was
हुई
a banker when I met him, and
Wow.
for me it was a completely different world. A lot of you know, partying and a lot of different kind of people, weird people, meeting them, and I couldn't sort of associate with them because you know the fashion world is completely different.
Absolutely.
And you need to be different to make a name actually, and you need to be you need to have that twist which I thought that you know a banker can never have. But then I quit banking.
But if I'm not wrong, मेरी अमीर से जब बात हुई थी, बल्कि बहुत साल पहले जब मैंने उनको इंटरव्यू किया था, उन्होंने पढ़ाई बिजनेस की हुई है. He's a business graduate, and he also started as a banker.
He also started as a banker. Mine and his history actually is very common. I'm also a business graduate. I've done my MBA from Karachi, from IBA, and उसके बाद I worked with him as the marketing director of the company because that was my forte. I majored in marketing, and then you know along the lines, along the years, I felt that you know there is a need for something that I need to do other than menswear. I used to help Adnan with selecting the fabrics, not doing something OTT. I sometimes used to help him with colors and with embellishments, but not. I was totally not into it. But I think I had about you know 5-6 years on-job training. I came to him like an intern. You know, I quit my job. I came to him. I was interning, and I was looking after his marketing. But then साथ ही साथ वो होता चला गया. I developed this line, and of course he totally, like you know, he financed my. That's the biggest help I got.
I think the capital is the biggest need you have. लेकिन मेरे ख्याल में यहाँ पे उन तमाम लोगों के लिए जो समझते हैं कि शायद जी सेफ अगर आपकी जॉब हो गई है, you're a business graduate, आप बैंक के एक corporate setup में उससे आप निकलना नहीं चाहते. Here's a success story for you. तो आप जो चाहें वो कर सकते हैं. I think that's the bottom line of our show.
And most important, the MBA, the degree totally helps you.
Absolutely.
Because you know, unless आप एक brush लेके एक artist paint तो कर देगा, उसको बेचेगा कैसे? He has to know how to sell that painting. And for that, I think a business graduate really comes handy, because unless and until he knows कि उसको किस तरह market करेगा, all these, yes, अब तो hired help मिल जाती है, आप event managers को hire कर लें, आप marketing managers को hire कर लें, but the times I started, I had to do everything by myself.
I think वही अम्मी की कही हुई बात कि अगर आपको खुद काम करना नहीं आएगा तो आप किसी से करवा भी नहीं सकते.
बिल्कुल.
I think on that note we'll take a short break लेके फिर हम वापस आते हैं और मज़ीद जानते हैं जो energetic दिन गुजारती हैं हुमा, उसमें और क्या क्या होता है. She has a couple of clients waiting. कोई एक ज़बरदस्त सी अभी press conference भी होने वाली है जिसके लिए models are coming in and they need to be dressed up. So we'll have all of that in today's show. Don't go anywhere.